that too, if most of us are runners in this room, then I'm sure a lot of us have done a morning long run and are already exhausted. But, well, as Abhishek and Dr. Miten, when they asked me to come over here and talk about it, runners' gadgets, what's essential, what's new, I kind of just went back to my own story, and I'll keep it pretty short and simple. And a lot of us can relate, especially the last about an hour or so. I've learned much more about what running is all about. And when I tell you a story, I'll probably let you all know also that my journey has been through gadgets across running. I'm a amateur or recreational runner, and a lot happened in my life which made me to start loving running, and now I just can't stop. But I run for fun, not for ego, dog. So thank you very much for that little note. So what's my story and what's my journey? That's me about 12, 13 years back, both, and that's me now. The gadgets also changed over years. The extreme left side, carrying excess weight, not just on my body, but across my waist, in my pockets, everywhere else that I could carry anything and everything. The extreme right picture is the gadgets that I carry now. And that's probably the latest one, I think, which was probably just a year back. But when the Navy ran last week or 2 weeks back, I even reduced it by another couple of grams. And yes, every gram you save, it just improves your performance. This was my first gadget. What was it? A weighing scale. Okay. All I needed to do was to ensure that I need to knock off having dealt with or dealing with sleep apnea, hypertension, cholesterol, borderline, a couple of other issues itself. As a banker, traveling the world, no sleep. What I realized was just leading a very bad lifestyle, and I needed to do something. Running just came to my mind because every time I used to see Stanchar Mumbai Marathon, I used to wake up at 6 o'clock, cheer and tell people that someday I will run, but that someday never happened till I decided that if I don't do it, and in the morning I saw some pictures about somebody putting up their family also, yes, I'll have to answer to my daughter that what did I do when she was growing up. So yeah, that's my first gadget, but then it kept me disciplined because every morning I had to stand on it and see where I was headed. I had a good team of nutritionists, I had a good team of doctors I was talking to, and I had a good set of friends who pushed me around as they pushed themselves, and a few of them you heard through the day. The last time or the first time I actually met Dr. Kini was when we were cycling from Manali today, a very arduous journey where even the levels of oxygen, we all know whosoever's gone to cross Manali to lay in on the road, is that it can be pretty scary when you just stop kind of, gasping for breath. We did it on cycles. That was the other gadgets that I kind of now talk about, is while the weighing scale keeps you maintained every day, but it's the wearable watch on your hand. Most of us have spoken about it, how we but a lot of us just don't use it enough. And these gadgets are made for a reason. If we actually sit down and track that data over a period of time, there's lots of questions and lots of answers that we can sit down with our team to discuss to keep improving, especially as we age. As again, the cardiologist earlier said, that aging bodies need to kind of monitor a few things. Simple log on the apps. And the last is what we wear around ourselves on the day of the run. But what I deliberately skip is that anything which is either costing me more than a month's salary or is unnecessary for a fun run. Because I think basic gadgets that we always carry are good enough. Somehow, much to the angst of a lot of industry, that I don't prefer compression socks or running power meters or any kind of fancy hydration systems all around it. One of the things about hydration systems, anybody who's a runner will realize, is that we tend to have a habit of just carrying a bottle of water and just running. Long talking conversations with doctors and specialists made me realize that carrying the bottle in one hand can actually over time have a problem in your musculoskeletal situation. I'm not a doctor. All I know is that it did create problems, and then I just ensured that I just carry it in the middle of my body and just wear a pouch or something which is around the waist in the center of the gravity, so that I'm not either side compensating for that weight. I've listed down most of what I carry, But what's new and worth paying attention to? I think this is what it's headed for most, as the community of runners has just shot through the roofs in the last few years. But it's worth paying attention to. Some of it is becoming necessary. And again, I'll refer to the cardiologist earlier speaking about the HRV and the heart rate variability. All of that is available on our watches mostly. But what we don't do is we just take it at a point of time. Say, आज मेरा resting VO2 क्या था, या आज मेरा resting heart rate क्या था, या आज HRV क्या था. What we need to do is track it over a period of time to be able to get answers so that you can train better, you can maintain yourself better, and keep adjusting your strength training or your cardio training or even the nutrition along the way. Similarly, form analysis technology. Now, this is also all available either in shoes or accordingly, we saw that some of the examples over here, we can figure out what's going wrong or what's not going right to be able to get that corrected. Smart shoes is something which is, I was reading about last few months and trying to kind of figure out, is that something that I should get into as a runner? Again, it's something that suits any runner in general. If you want that level of data and to be able to use it rather than just a talking conversation or talking point, go for it. As I said, again, that most things costing more than a month's income, I'll stay away from it. Any gadget that is making my running looking like a corporate dashboard, and tech that creates anxiety instead of awareness. I think these principles, if you follow, basic gadgets are good enough that are available. They'll keep getting better and better as more and more science go behind it. Ultimate gadget is your own human body. If on a particular day I've not slept well, and my next gadget acquisition that I'm thinking of is a Whoop band, if I'm not feeling good enough, I don't go out for a run. Don't overstress your body in any form or shape. Either it's the muscles or it's your heart. Something will give up if you just overtrain, overstress yourself. And the other thing that I've always enjoyed in running is the community that I've formed. Community is a big part of it. And my new business that I'm working on is all about active aging. And it's all about community. And as we age, and I think I'm standing here in public and saying that I should be probably running till the age of 80 if all goes well and I don't do something stupid in between. Though I started only at 40, 45, so I don't know. It all depends on the heart inside, the muscle inside, the nutrition, but that's what we are here for, right? To ensure that the running continues. They are just tools, gadgets are just tools, but ultimately it's the human that needs to be present and be aware. What's the prescription? What matters is the essential, the valuable, what's emerging, and what's non-negotiable. Again, I say that the non-negotiable is your own body. It talks to you, it tells you. But it's the run ego in our head sometimes that no, I'll still go out and run. I'm okay. 3 hours of sleep is good enough or 4 hours of sleep is good enough. No, the body will tell you, stay out. I've cancelled sometimes. It's hurt my ego. I've stayed out of a marathon. I've picked up the t-shirt. I've picked up my bib, but I did not show up. Something didn't work on that day or that morning. Listen to your body. I think that's the most important gadget. Others are just help. Use them to be able to answer that question on the race day. Well, that's finally. I started at 92 kilos. I think, Doc, you also started somewhere in 90. Somewhere I heard you say that. So our journeys are very similar. Yours much longer. What I finally do is I burn it to earn it. If it's not paying for the beers, it's useless. So don't make running such a thing that you kind of overstress and not enjoy the rest of the life. So if you're running for fun, then that should be the end game. You should be able to sit down with your 4 friends and have beer. I'll end here. Thank you very much. Thanks, doctors, for having me.